Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ray, and we are here at the end, the finale of Season 2 of Chaser Game W. And it'll actually be just the finale of the show. I don't imagine we're going to get a Season 3. I mean, if we do, I'll be shocked and surprised, and, you know, I'll welcome it, but I just don't think we're going to get it. Alright, Chaser Game W 2, Celestial Love. We are finally kind of living together in domestic bliss, but then of course immediately the world tries to impose their ideals and their assumptions on us, including the neighbors, the people at work, the people at Tsuki's school. All these challenges that they're facing that I really wish we could have had earlier so that we could have like 4 to 6 episodes to deal with those things, but it's fine. And we even have the mom coming back and apologizing for being such a dick, but still kind of being a dick by implying that somehow we can't raise our child happily. You know? Like, sorry, that's some bullshit. Anyway, I'm ready to just watch the final episode. Let's actually just get into it.
何ですか？林さんと春本さんの関係は表に出さない。なんで出したらダメなんですか？
Yeah, why?
中国を代表する企業が堂々と同性愛を認めるわけにはいかないからよ。
Can you stop being a fucking
そんな
creep
こともわからないの。
for like 2 seconds?
いつもいつも何なんですか？失礼。わかりました。これからもあなたと関わることになりそうよ。
Why are we not murdering
それ
this
じゃあま
woman?
た後で。
後でそばにいてあげることもできないかもしれない。もし冬が先に亡くなっても
It's a rat.
She
She
wouldn't
wouldn't
be
be able to adopt her or anything.
身内として葬儀に参加することも許されない。とにかく何もできない私が
She's spiraling a little.
月ちゃんを育てていいの？
Because society doesn't say you are her family, doesn't mean you aren't her family. But I understand why. It's difficult, right? Like, we can say all that, but if something serious really did happen, she would have absolutely no way to help.
全然理解してなかった。
Like, they would absolutely refuse her from being able to go into the hospital room with her or not allow her to adopt her.
月は無力なんかじゃないよ。預けた方がいいなんて思わないで。
Definitely not her. Of all people. If it gets to a point where we can't raise her, we're giving her to her father. Like, what the fuck?
幼稚園に行く。だから月はどこにもいらないで。大丈夫だよ。
I tell you what, that little girl cried on cue.
心配かけたね。何言ってたのに。
Here we are lying again.
動物だってそうつくんだよ。海の生き物もそう。タコやイカだって食べ
Let
に来
him
る生
go
物
for
を
an
挟
animal.
むために犬を飼いたりも
Story
す
and
る。
metaphor. This reminds me. I don't know how many of you guys who watch these reactions, but have seen this. But if you guys have ever liked like sci-fi shows, The Expanse is one of the best out there. Just like peak. And there are Sapphic characters in that, by the way. So if you're interested in sci-fi shows that also have some pretty good queer rap, it's not the, I don't want to say it's not the best, because it is actually really good queer rap, but it's not the focus of the show. The show is not about queer people in space or anything like that. There just happens to be several queer characters and non-conventional relationships in the show. But anyway, But there's a character that we meet at some point who's like super into fucking botany. Because he was a botanist, you know? So every time you would talk to this man, everything that he would say would somehow become about plants. That's what this reminded me of. It's a long-winded way to say that.
月を守るために嘘が必要なら
Praxidiki Meng
そう
was
する
his
べきだと
name.
思う。
Fucking hilarious.
本当可愛いですよね。可愛い。
可愛い。
はい。
わかりました。お二人の関係はいとこ同士で、
Were they flirting?
この
What's
絵は
happening
去
there?
年のハロウィンの仮装を思い出して描いたと私から親御さんに伝えね。はい、美味しい。
What is she from? She's from a BL, right? Oh, she's from, isn't she from Osan's Love? Wasn't she one of the people in the office at Osan's Love? Definitely the first season. I can't remember if she was in the other seasons, but she definitely was in the first season. I probably know her from other stuff too. It was that laugh. That laugh that she does. Is this really the answer? But, you know, hey. Sometimes you just gotta live through situations like this.
いつきも我慢してね。
You
分か
know,
ってる。
you can deny them entry into your life and then your inner life.
おいで。
They can think whatever they want. We know who we are to each other, you know.
こちらこそ誤解させてしまう点もあったので。
I don't like giving them even... No. I don't want to ever talk to you guys again. Why are y'all homophobic? Even if I came up with this bullshit, I'd be like, why are y'all homophobic? Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me about while being homophobic.
この幼稚園に通ってる人の中でそんな人いるはずないって思ってたんだけど招待するね。
ありがとうございます。
No, thank you.
ねえねえ遊ぼう。付き合うわちゃん。
I hate all of this. This is why this should have been an earlier episode so that we could actually deal with this truly and honestly.
バイバイ。バイバイつきちゃん。いってらっしゃい。
Like, no, I don't ever want to associate with you. You were homophobic as fuck. In 2025, it's crazy.
選んでるんだけど、2人の写真選んで。これどう？
Say, I took a whole lot of pictures of y'all. Y'all were cute as hell. Yeah, but see, that would be them being out.
違うの。ちょっと写真展のことは気にしないで。ありがとう。でも、
Awkward.
チュキちゃんが大人になった時に、チュキちゃんに見てほしい景色ってどんな景色なのかな？
Yeah, 'tis the question. But, you know, I get it.
じゃあ
There's no right or wrong way to be queer and to exist queer in a homophobic
あ
society.
りがとう。
Like, if you, like, you have to think about those things, right? Like, you have to decide what's your line, you know? Like, at what point do you come out? Maybe you never come out. Maybe you just, unfortunately, live in a society in which you can never be out and it's the safest for you. It's hard. It's hard to find that line, you know, and figure out where you want to stand when it comes to this and what's healthiest and what's best for you. And it's different for everybody. There's no shame in being in the closet and there's no shame in being out, you know? And it's a choice that everybody has to come to themselves, you know? It's tough. But you have to ask these questions. Like, if we do this, what does that mean for the future? You know, what are we teaching and instilling in Suki?
好き。お家の中ではいつきおばちゃんって呼ばなくていいんだよ。
That's confusing. Like, that's
謝らなくていい
confusing.
んだよ。
Like, you call her whatever you want. Like, that would be so confusing for a child to like have to like, I called you this here, but this here. And you know she's gonna slip up at some point, and then she's gonna feel bad and weird about it. I don't know.
無理に言わせたんだから。
単語はパパ2人。ところがこの2羽のペンギンはちょっぴり様子が違っていました。名前はロイとシロ。どちらも男の子。
Yeah.
いつも仲良く一
By the
緒
way,
です。
homosexuality, like trans, all of that is extremely
子
common
供
in the
がいじ
animal
められ
world.
たりしないか
It's only humans who act
きっと
fucking
それ
weird
が
about
心配
it.
で嘘の関係をみんな
好き同士ならパパとパパが結婚して。
Did Tsuki just fall? She ran in like a bat out of hell. She bust her ass.
好き同士ならパパとパパが結婚していいんだよ。
そんなのダメ。
なんで？この本でパパとパパ結婚してるよ。
だって普通じゃないから。
普通って何？
Yeah, explain that.
おかしいね。
Let's talk it through. Yeah, why is it hard to explain? Because it's stupid. That's why.
ママでしょ。
Yeah, teach all these kids about homosexuality early, because what the fuck?
寝た？うん。お茶入れる
Like I
ね。
said, queerness is extremely normal in the animal kingdom. Extremely common. But somehow, when it comes to humans, apparently the most intellectually advanced animal on this planet, somehow we struggle with it.
今日のいつき。だからこの役を演じるなら黙って運命に従うんじゃなくて声を上げて運命を変えていこうと思いました。
We coming out on live on television today? I guess. She's like, oh shit. She know exactly what's about to happen.
私と春本いつきはレズビアンで一緒に暮らしています。
Yeah, hold her back. It's like, all right, anybody got any more questions? It was just like long silence. All right.
会見は終了。
Ooh, not yanking them away.
素晴らしい
Have some decorum.
もっとお話聞かせてください
这些事几乎在中国也不得不干。
Suddenly.
不如
All right.
先从咱们家开始吧。
All right. Again, it feels a little pat.
ドラマ化は中止。どう責任取るつもり？
ヴィンセントもあの人も手のひらを返した
Yeah, because he saw the money in
私が
it.
彼女に。
Like, all you gotta do is present, like, for a company is only concerned about whether or not they can make money and whether or not they're gonna lose money. Now, they saw the money in it, but if we're being really honest, in real life, they would lose money because they would lose out on the Chinese market because they would not be able to air or show any of that in China. Like, they would lose all of that money instantly, which is unfortunate. Like, they would probably still get the buzz because people in China still would watch it, you know, using VPNs and stuff like that and, you know, illegal downloads and all that. But they wouldn't get any of the official money. So they would have to rely purely on an international market for the sale of the drama, the film, etc. Which, you know, they could do. Again, it's not impossible. Plenty of people do that, and that's fine, you know. But again, we don't have time to get into that because we decided to do this in the final episode.
LGBTQ が当たり前の世の中になってきますからやってください。失礼しました。はい。
They really gave her nonsense lines.
なんで言ったことできないんですか?
They gave her whatever lines. To say you're an unreasonable creator.
私はカフェの仕事を続け、彼女は以前私が街で助けた吉川奈緒ちゃん。奈緒ちゃんとひかりちゃんはラブラブだ。
This lesbian cafe, love it.
月は今も元気に幼稚園に通っている。できた。
The handful of people who weren't absolute dicks.
コウさんも元気に働いている。
よし、綺麗になりましたね。
I knew it! See, my romance was, see, I have a romance radar, you guys. I could feel, I was like, what's happening there? I knew it! I knew the vibes of Pair the Spares happening on my screen. Oh, buddy.
夜の写真展が東京で開催された。もう飾られている。
You too? Being happy in the pool together?
先のことを考えると不安になることもあるけど、私は
Oh, bloopers! Let's watch. They're having a lot of fun. All up in her nose. Alright. That was the finale of Chaser Game W. For whatever reason, they decided to bring back your girl. Director Ro, whatever the hell her name is, Section Chief Bucho, Ro Bucho. I don't know. I don't think that we needed her character to come back. No offense to that actress, and I'm sure you get your paycheck, girl. But I don't think we needed to bring her back. The mom makes sense for me. And even introducing the dad. Like, again, a lot of this stuff would have been super interesting as an actual season-long arc. You know? And it would have felt a little less, again, pat, or if we had had it earlier in terms of this ending. I think we could have spent less time on some of the, goofy jealousy stuff. It's not even like I didn't like Yoram, because I actually like Yoram. And I understand, but I feel like we could have woven Yoram into a story that was primarily about this if we hadn't, reset everything at the beginning of the season. And, it had just gone into season 2 where they were in a relationship now. They're living together now. Imagine if we had ended season 1 with her coming back to the cafe with her luggage, that whole thing, right? And that implies that she chose Itsuki. And instead of, reversing that and starting from scratch, we could have, hey, this has now been, they've been together for, 3 months now, or 4 months now. and they're living together now, and Tsuki is there and is part of their world in episode 1. It's been 4 months since then, and it's been bliss, yada, yada, yada. And we could have seen, you know, maybe flashbacks to when they got their apartment together and when they first enrolled her in school, yada, yada, yada. And then we could have actually just dealt with, hey, what's it like for them to be a married couple or a lesbian couple in today's society in Japan, and the challenges that they're facing there, and the challenges at work, as well as in their home life with the mom, as well as with the school, with Tsuki's school. And I think we could have just used those through lines throughout the entire season. And Yoram could have been part of that. Again, Yoram could have been the actress that was chosen to play one of the leads of Chaser Game W, right? We could have gotten that. Or maybe just Yoram was the person chosen to sing the OST because she's like a singer, right? Isn't she? I mean, I know she's like a, you know, social media personality, but I'm pretty sure she's also a singer. Is she a singer? Did I make that up in my mind? I know she went on tour for her exhibition, but was she also a singer? I can't quite remember if she was a singer. She was like a vague YouTube personality. We get that. Streamer. But maybe she could have just been like a singer and she could have done the OST. Or maybe she could have been an actress and she was cast to be the actress, one of the actress leads for the show. Or there's a third character in the games who now needs a face claim. So, you know, like we could have woven Yoram into the story and still dealt with these same topics that were covered in the last 2 episodes throughout the season and actually given them more room to breathe. Because I personally believe that those were the more interesting storylines that they could have brought up of, hey, what's it like being 2 lesbians in a relationship in Japan in 2024, 2025, you know? But that's just me. Anyway, given that, though, I did like that they brought up the discussion of when is it right to come out and have to actually consider not just, hey, when is it right for me and my spouse, but also if we have a child in the mix, when is it right for that child? And I'm glad that they at least tried to think about, you know, what it would mean for Tsuki to have to deal with the kind of prejudice that she's now going to face having 2 moms, and actually have to make decisions with a child as part of your considerations, which could make the answer different than 2 queer people who don't have children, who don't have to raise a child together. They're going to ask different questions, and they may even come to different conclusions, you know? So I like the attempt, even though we ended up with, you know, like I said, a very, you know, undercooked kind of resolution because we didn't have time for anything else but that. You know. Yeah, so it's fine. It's fine. I mean, I enjoy these 2. I like these 2. I was interested in their stories throughout. Like, I've never not been interested in the Fuyu and Itsuki romance. I just wish we could have had more of the more of the domestic side, but more of that and more of just them existing as a couple instead of wasting like a good half of this season on more of the same topics from last season, you know. I don't think we needed that. Yeah, it's fine. But hey, we here. All right. I think that's everything I want to say for this show. It was enjoyable. I enjoyed myself. I was entertained. I was engaged. I was most engaged when it was the full family unit. But, you know, hey, it's all good. It's all good. I don't know. Like I said, I don't think we're going to get another season of this. But if we do, I will happily watch it. You know, I'll keep my eye out for it. I'll try to you know, stay plugged into their careers and see, you know, if they have any dramas coming up that interest me. But, you know, that's kind of how I watch shows sometimes, is that I will follow a director or a writer or an actor or actress or, you know, performer in some way, from one thing that they did to another thing that they did, especially if I really liked their previous work. Sometimes that's how I come upon new shows and new movies to watch, rather than just randomly picking something based purely off of premise. A lot of times I will select it based on like writer, director, actor, that kind of stuff. So, you know, well, keep an eye out. Keep an eye out. All right. We'll go ahead and wrap it up. I've been filming quite a bit today, so we'll go ahead and cut it off here. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Going over to Patreon if you're interested in full-length or early access to this show, as well as other shows I have on my channel. I mentioned it in the last episode, but I have a bunch of stuff over there. At some point, I'm going to do season 2 of Ayaka's in Love with Hiroko, so look forward to that. I do have all of season 1 of that show up on Patreon. I have some other stuff coming down the pike. I have like Queendom that I'm going to start releasing soon. Kimjira I'll start releasing soon as well. I'm picking up Clarabelle. I have mostly made my way through, I've watched all of Kill to Love, but I've mostly released Kill to Love at this point. Certainly if you're watching this on YouTube, I will have finished Kill to Love over on Patreon. What else? I'm almost completely done with Story of Kuning Palace, and it will be replaced to place with A Journey to Love. Not My Journey to You. If you think it's My Journey to You with Esther, it's not. I'm talking about A Journey to Love, okay? It's a different show, okay? It's a different show. I will be releasing A Journey to You, A Journey to Love, because you guys voted on it. So if you thought it was the other one, that's on you, because I was very clear that this is A Journey to Love. But it's a great fucking show. It's one of the best C-dramas I've ever watched. So I had an absolute fucking blast with A Journey to Love. I still haven't picked up My Journey to You. I will at some point. I will, you guys. I don't know. I every time I get ready to start it, something makes me not want to. But I will start it. I will. I swear. In terms of release, though, yeah, I'll be wrapping up Pit Babe. I'll be wrapping up Desire, the series, on YouTube soon. I've far finished it over on Patreon. And then, oh yeah, they've got the new C-drama To My Shore BL, right? I guess I gotta watch that. I don't know. Am I a little bit not interested in red flags right now? Maybe. I might be. I'm not one of those people who always likes to watch, you know, romances with red flags in them. So I go back and forth sometimes. I don't know, if it has a good story, I'll check it out and see. So we'll see. But anyway, so we'll go ahead and wrap it up, and I will see you guys in the next one, whatever that ends up being. All right, bye.
Whatever, all this ever, but you long gone, it don't matter.